Bees typically will make their combs in rows. They're called palms. So they'll make the rows fairly symmetrical. So you start at the bottom. That's where mostly it's nurse bees. They're not as defensive, and they don't have as strong a sting. So you start at the bottom of the hive and you slowly work your way up. Hi, I'm Art Hall and I rescue bees. Bees moved into our backyard 3 times, and I paid a beekeeper to come and remove them 3 times. And on the 3rd time, the beekeeper said, so you're not afraid of bees, you should become a beekeeper. And I said, Lothar, I don't know how to become a beekeeper. You come with me, I teach you to be the beekeeper. And that's how I got started. And from there, from raising bees in a hive, I found that bees had the propensity to go all of the wrong places. I've removed bees from electric meter boxes, water meter boxes underground, sprinkler boxes. I've removed them from walls, from ceilings, from underhouses, from inside freeway sound walls that are made out of cinder block. I've removed them from behind stucco walls. I cut through 2.5 inches of reinforced concrete to get to one colony of bees and have them removed. I removed them from airports, supermarkets, sporting goods stores, restaurants, just about any place that's warm, dark, and dry. I've removed bees from there. They can go in any hole or any crevice the size of a number 2 pencil. So if you just have a yellow pencil, if you can put it inside the hole, a bee can go in that hole and start a whole colony. I've seen colonies 4 feet by 6 feet, and the only entrance was one small hole. Once you figure out where they are in the wall or the attic or under the house, then you have to figure out how am I going to get there with all my equipment and remove them so that they are removed live and in good shape so that they can reform a colony someplace they should. Now you have to remove the bees without disturbing them. I've designed a special vacuum that will very gently remove the bees from the honeycomb. And you reach up, cut the honeycomb, flip it over in your hand and vacuum the bees from the other side. You now have a piece of comb. The bees are all in a hive. I can take this piece of honeycomb, cut it to exactly the same size as a frame that you use in a beehive. And that evening, I'll take their same eggs, their same larva, pupa, their pollen, everything, and put it back into the hive that they're in.
In the beginning of this year, probably around February, March, I noticed that we were having some bees, but they were not presenting a problem to anybody. The hive started getting bigger, and I thought it was the best thing now to have them professionally extracted. My name is Maurice Hart. I'm a district manager for Frankie, Johnnie, and Luigi's. I run 3 of their restaurants here in the North Bay. They did not squawk one bit about me taking care of the bees this way instead of terminating them. They had no problem whatsoever with extracting them this way. This bee population is probably 40 to 50,000 bees. That's a lot of bees. I just didn't want to come in and terminate them, which is by far the easiest thing to do. But when you look at what we need from these bees, by pollination, there was nothing better that I could do than to save the bees.
Now that you understand a little bit more about bees and about removing bees live, and you realize that that's an option, if you or a neighbor, an acquaintance, or a boss ever has a colony of bees, realize that you can give me a call. I can come out and take a look. I focus mostly on San Francisco to Monterey, but I get calls from Sacramento, Los Banos, Napa. You can also go to your local beekeepers guild, and they'll have a section for people that collect swarms and people that remove colonies. Don't get out the can of wasp spray. Please, please give somebody a call that can remove the bees live. How you can help with colony collapse disorder is by not killing bees. You know, I'm not talking about the 1 or 2 bees on a flower. If you kill a hive, you've killed 40 to 60,000 bees. So this is a chance for you to make a real difference.